Hey guys, how are you? Um, we got a messages from Spirit today. A couple different things that they wanted me to address. They meaning my spirit guides, in case you're new. Okay, so one of the things they wanted to talk about was balancing the extremes right now in terms of they're talking about division. They're talking about the meek inheriting the earth. And so we're starting to eliminate and disintegrate and dissolve all the rankings in our world. You know, these people who have this amount of money are up here, janitors and, bathroom cleaners or whatever are down here, or the sewage people that take care of that kind of stuff that nobody else wants to, to touch. That is all actually kind of going like this for a minute. And it's going to start, balancing out eventually. So those that are used to being held up high are now going to be humbled. And those who were the meek, the humble, the good-hearted, the conspiracy theorists that were cast aside, those guys are going to be inheriting the earth and all of it, silver and gold. So, and while the celebrities, the elite, all those guys are going to be shamed and, and brought down. So, and it's already kind of happening behind the scenes. It's the great balancing out. They're saying that this is the stage of the great balancing out. So they're saying for the good-hearted people who've been cast aside and left for dead and thrown out as the outcasts, it's time to roll up your sleeves and get ready for a revolution. To take back your power and to take back the power for the earth as well, to help save the earth, to help restore the earth from the criminals. So what else did you want to say in there? So they just want everybody to get prepared that you're not going to be alone for long, and you're not going to be the only good-hearted person with an open heart and an open mind in your existence anymore. This is getting flipped, and I feel like it's going to be fairly soon, very soon. I feel like I hear a lot of people talking about how soon they feel it's going to be, but I am definitely absolutely feeling that too. I almost feel a sensation of like the bus is about to arrive to come pick me up, and I'm ready to go, and I got my bags packed, So something big is about to happen. We've been knowing that for a while. Oddly enough, I've got our cosmic origin here that I've been reading. And I just felt like I need to just randomly pick a page and read out of it. According to higher intelligence, the confrontation facilitated another opportunity for polarity integration as our creator at the highest level decreed it. This necessary adjustment meant that the great divine plan calls for the integration of spirit and matter, higher dimensions with lower dimensions. To further elaborate this concept, this means that the creation of the atom something would not have come into fruition into material spheres as it is in heaven. In addition, it is extremely important to understand that the lower chakras are crucial in order to exist in the lower material dimensions of fifth, fourth, and third densities. Therefore, if it weren't for the arrival of the reptilians, polarity integrity would have never been completed, especially as scheduled in our current time wave today, which is what the restored Niberian Council refers to as the Third Earth Grand Experiment. Anyway, so it's basically alluding to the same thing, but he's, talking about like light and darkness balancing out as well. So now this also alludes to the other subject that I felt compelled to talk about. I was doing a reading yesterday, and a woman said that her trees are starting to die from a lack of rain, and that she's, watering them constantly to try to help them And yeah, I just really felt like that was my little nudge from the universe to like, because I know that some areas of the world, the rain has way too much rain, or the trees have way too much rain. And so I thought, well, together we could put the intention out there of when I do this light language blissing that I'm about to do, imagine those with too much of this are giving to those who don't have enough of it. Now, whether that be trees or people or whatever, but those that have too much water, those trees that have too much water are going to be energetically, bringing bucket loads or truckloads of water to those that are parched. Those who have lots and lots of food are distributing to those that don't have so much. Those who, the wildlife that are super strong are helping those that are weak and limping along. Those who know what's going on in our world, helping those who are blind, stumbling around a little bit in disarray and confusion from what they just found out, for example. Wink, wink. So it's the great balancing out. The great balancing out is about to occur. So anything else you want to say? Tarot cards? Okay. So yeah, and then I'm going to do a blessing, and then I just want you to all just imagine with me all this balancing out. The rich become poor, the poor become rich, everything flips on itself. Or those who were doing evil will now be doing good, but not the other way around, because evil no longer has a place with us on this timeline anymore. Okay, so they're saying have the courage to use your own magic, whatever that is for you. And by magic, I'm not actually like talking about black magic or anything like that. I never take shortcuts, guys. Never, ever do anything to try to control another person against their will. Don't even be praying for somebody's good if you don't, oh, this is another thing. This alludes to another thing. Say you think that you might have the C letter, and you're like concerned about it. But you know that you can handle it by taking certain supplements or by, doing a regimen that you heard of that's all natural and organic. You're going to have a fight within yourself. That it's natural to be concerned about yourself, to be concerned whether you'll survive and concerned about this, that, and the other thing. But when you share that with other people, what can happen is if their belief is not strong as yours in the natural stuff, then they're going to not only contribute to you having more fear, but their own fear is contributing to the collective energy around your healing experience. So only talk to people who have even a higher faith level than you, or don't talk to anybody at all. Don't get other people concerned, because other people can contribute to your downfall, can make you not heal, or they can prolong the pain, or they, by worrying about you and by thinking that you're not going to recover, they all contribute to the pot in a sense, because there's your healing, but there's also a collective healing, and there's also God's will, and there's all this that goes into healing. So you're definitely going to expedite your own healing by keeping it to yourself, or only sharing it with those who have a higher level of faith than you do in it. So use your magic means use your sparkle, means use your authenticity, means use your unconventionality, use your vibrancy, use your fire, your flame, your intelligence, whatever your strong suit is, and be courageous at this time to help heal the world somehow, and to I don't even want to say bring justice, because that's just ice, but bring fairness and balance to and it feels like if the military pops up sometime soon, then they are there to bring that fairness. They're there to help referee for a smooth transition into the next level, which is the restoration. So again, the justice is always about balancing out those scales as well. So, and I feel like this might also allude to maybe us finding out publicly, which would be wonderful, the tribunals that have been going on for a long time. So however you shine in your own unique way, it's time to pull all your tools out and reach into your little magical bag and like be ready to go forward like a valiant knight in your own unique way. And we're all here to save the world right now, you guys. And we're going to be very proud of ourselves on the other side of this, and we will be the heroes. The meek are inheriting the earth. So and so let's just do a blessing right now with the intention, like I said, of all of this balancing out. I want you to think about, put protection around all the wildlife so that the least amount, I mean, we know that some of the weather manipulation and things need to happen in order for people to wake up and things like that. So anything that is like divinely guided and inspired and needs to happen for the ascension to happen, we're going to support that. But we're also going to minimize the damage to those who are innocently involved, like the trees and the wildlife and, you know, anybody or anything that we can protect to make it the smoothest transition possible and the least amount of innocent lives being affected by it, other than an awakening or an epiphany or a realization that helps the earth evolve. Okay. All right. Relax your shoulders. If you speak light language, you can do this during this as well. Do it along with me, or you can draw it along with me, or you can sing along with me, or you can play this back. It's going to be time stamped down below. So however you want to use your magic right now, let's do it. Let's be a team and work together, all of us, to minimize any damage and make it the smoothest transition possible with the highest amount of awakening and realizations and epiphanies for everybody involved. Okay. Shishena la pumba mo ona aike la sanse heke in Heshishina pumpomana aike la sanse shela se sinse na opomo on Chanche la sanse la ehikinta timpum on. And they just said truth. Part of that is being valiant and courageous enough to speak your truth. Hala enateke sasenchina on popum on son. Some of you have been a little bit of a wallflower and been afraid to go out there with your truth. However that means for you, that could be like just going up on stage, or maybe going up in front of a crowd of people and speaking your truth, or it could be so it could be something like that, or it could, like whatever that it means to you, be it symbolic or actually quite literal. Shishena pai like intate insanse ena papa shishin hake oh la ansase la shishin taike hamba mama anatain sanse shila e Tanteki pepum ha maana aila. Say sanse shikin tate pepum pum pum maan. Ha la hen. Ha shishin nateki ai pum pum maans. Shala paha an anatatin sase. Okay. So they said to pull a Mary Magdalene card for some guidance right now. Mary Magdalene, what do you have to share with us today? Intimacy. So now being naked in any kind of tarot card or oracle card means being vulnerable, which means, being willing to be completely naked and be who you truly are, the real you. And Brene Brown did a really great talk on vulnerability and how it actually is your power. And being present in the moment is very hard because people feel vulnerable. They feel like, but if I'm not thinking about my problems and what could possibly go wrong, then everything could go wrong and it could sneak up on me and it could grab me. But it's actually the opposite that's true. If you practice really being friends with the moment and really finding that the most valuable thing there is, which it is, and that is our true authentic selves, truly, without the personality, it's our essence. But once we become one with that, then we see that we are actually impenetrable. We cannot be hurt. We're invincible, basically. And it's like the whole universe conspires to assist you, to help you, to protect you. But you have to truly be dropped into the moment. And I say that because there's a certain amount of surrender that happens when you're in the moment, that present. So be the witness of your life rather than being the personality running around and doing all that you do and say on a regular basis. Be more aware of the aliveness in your body as you're going about your day. So you can truly be more intimate. Also, when you're in that state and you're actually authentically being yourself, you know that you are loved for who you truly are and not for some persona that you're putting out there to impress somebody or to give them the right answer or whatever. So the people pleasing is also coming to an end. Anything that's real and authentic is coming to the forefront and gaining power. Anything that is false and built on just falsities, lies, deceit, manipulation, all this stuff is falling to the wayside and crumbling and dissolving right now. Okay, so intimacy. See what it says. And then I just saw the word miracles. All right, and illumination, enlightenment. This may have been you may have been emotionally hurt in the past, and as a result, you are now reluctant to share your feelings with others because your fear of being hurt again. We all can relate to that, right? It is understandable that you have placed a protective shield around your heart. However, it's now time to drop the armor because at present, it is preventing a worthwhile relationship from forming. There is someone who dearly loves you, and the love this person has for you is real. However, he or she is afraid to reveal their true feelings for fear of rejection. Like you, they also fear being hurt. Trust and share your feelings and experiences openly and honestly. You'll be amazed at what unfolds. The most intimate relationships are usually formed through tears and laughter. So don't be afraid to express your feelings, fears, and vulnerabilities. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace the new. Okay, so whether this be like a true love relationship, which I talk about here on this channel, or you're talking about, something else. It's like when you are your most authentic is, we all we all feel the same exact emotions, you guys. All of us have the same fears, insecurities, and things. All of us have done things bad in the past. All of us have screwed each other over or screwed somebody over. So if we can just strive to understand where the other person's coming from and not make them wrong or jump on all over them about what you feel like they did wrong and point a finger and if we can all strive to help each other feel like it's a safe place to come to us, they will be validated, they will be listened to, they will be heard. If you drop the defensiveness, drop the judgment, drop all the stories and just say, you know what, we're all the same. We're all the same. We all poop, we all pee, we all swear sometimes, we all act selfish, we all just think about ourselves instead of somebody else. We all we all do all of it. So, just remember that. Just remember that we're all human beings experiencing an ego, an artificial intelligence trying to influence us to do bad things. And we've been listening to it for a long time. We've even been encouraged to in our society. Now the tables are turning, things are changing, and vulnerability is going to be the popular thing. Crying and being yourself is going to be the popular thing. It's all getting flipped upside down or right side up. So lead the way. Be the inspirer. Be the one who says, I'll show you guys how it's done. You're not willing to go to the front of the line. I'm going to the front of the line, and I'm going to do it like this. Let me demonstrate. This is what you do. You go out there and and show them how it's done. And you will start a movement amongst those who see you or love you or watch you or whatever it is. So dig into your little bag of tricks and help us create some balance in this world. Let's bring the scaredy cats out of hiding. Let's get your friends involved. If you hear somebody who's always like up on their soapbox, and, eating their potatoes and watching the TV and yelling at the TV. Oh, those scumbags. Brr, 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 da, 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 da. Go grab that friend and say, come on, let's do something about it. Let's go. It's our time to rise up. The underdog is taking over. So, if you feel like a good-hearted person who's always done your very best, and you've always got the short end of the stick, things are about to change for you. But you got to embrace that reality as possible, okay? So own it. Know that you're about to receive. You are about to be given the kingdom of God, the keys to the kingdom of God. You have already had them within all along. You just had to still your mind and be present to open it up. So let's just grab some spirit cards for guidance, and then I'll let you go. And some of you will have to Zoom with someone I just got. So somebody you need to get on Zoom. If you've been thinking about getting on Zoom with somebody, this is your confirmation. You're handling yourself better than you think. Keep it up. So just don't slink back. Keep going forward. Don't take things too seriously. Just laugh them off and trust that that a solution will present itself at the perfect time and in the perfect way. You could even say that as an affirmation. Thank you, God, so much that a solution came at the perfect time and in the perfect way for me. Thank you so much for taking care of things so swiftly for me and giving me all the awarenesses and epiphanies I need to move through this quickly. Always align with your highest truth and speak from that place for the best outcome for everybody involved. Live and be your truth and speak your truth. Live in integrity. And everybody's lives around you who are being affected will be affected for the positive, okay? When you come from the heart and tell your truth, everything shifts for the positive. It's time to throw out those outdated thoughts and beliefs. So what you think, say, and believe you are creating. So watch what you're saying out loud. Watch what you're thinking. Capture those thoughts captive and turn them around and make them obey you. You decide what you're going to believe and what you're going to affirm for yourself and create. It's time to overcome your fear of death. It stands in the way of you living your best life. There's nothing to lose but your ego. So be fearless, go forth and be brave. Okay. You should take more time to quiet your mind and tune into the subtle realm. We have your back. Your mind does not. So make sure that you take even 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. Just go sit and relax sometimes. And just listen to the birds chirping. Listen to the grass growing. Feel the sun on your face or the wind blowing your hair or whatever. Just go listen and experience and just concentrate on the sensations that you feel or what you hear. Concentrate on your 5 senses and just kind of quiet the mind. You take control of that mind. Your mind may be put at ease if you could just do some research on this. So maybe there's something you need to actually look into something in order to go to the next level or to feel more confident about it. So check that out. It's not about always being positive. Negativity is just part of still having an ego. It's about catching yourself being negative and picking yourself back up again as quickly as you can and getting back up on that horse. You can heal yourself. Your thoughts and words are stronger than you realize, and your body is listening. Try it. So when I'm doing my qigong, I'm completely healed. I'm so happy to be just absolutely completely healed. My body is flexible and fluid, and whatever you want to tell yourself, whatever you want to say, just say it in your mind or state it out loud as you're doing your meditation, as you're doing your qigong, as you're doing your yoga, as you're running, as whatever your thing is. Okay. Anything else? What? Okay. Ceremonies and celebrations. It's a time of important life passages. So I think we're about to go through a major shift. I think they just said celebration. We're balancing masculine and feminine energies too. Where there's feminine and masculine, now we're coming into we're both feminine and masculine. All of us are feminine and masculine. Wellness is here as we come into balance here. Stay strong in your faith. If there is a big event that's about to happen, which I feel there is, a positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. So just stay positive, no matter how scary. Socialize and join in with others of a like mind. Don't be talking to those fearmonger people or people who will make you doubt or feel worried. Now it's time to learn, study, and gather information. Another card about gathering more information. The ways in which you're a student right now, you're going to be a teacher later. That's why you're going through it. So don't forget that. Be learning it for others even. If you're making a major decision right now, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose and which way takes me away from it? Why would you stay stuck in a situation that's taking you down the wrong road? If you're confused and indecisive, it's because you don't have enough information. Do some research. Look into it in whichever way that resonates for you. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. So let go of anger and unforgiveness of yourself or others and allow the new to come in, new experiences to come in. Another card about having faith. Have faith and hope because there's something positive and new on the horizon that you just can't see yet. But I'm here to let you know it is coming. It is on the horizon, and it may just take you by surprise. I was put to sleep the other day unexpectedly in the middle of the day because I was, number one, I was getting downloads. Number two, I was being used to help over in Rome and in Australia the other day. And sometimes knocking you out can just get a lot of things done very quickly. But what was the other thing that they were, they said it was something having to do with the sun adjusting me too. So if any of you sometimes are just like, you can't explain why you're so tired, you're just like, boom, you're out. Don't judge yourself and don't give yourself a hard time. Just know that it's a part of these adjustments that are occurring right now to help in the ascension of the planet. And just know that you're probably an earth angel and you're probably helping out on some kind of mission elsewhere. So just cooperate, just flow with it. There's also a message for those of you who've been seeing 555 and 911 on my Telegram channel, if you guys want to check that out. And also keep an eye out for, I've been pulling 3 world truth cards and 3 spirit oracle cards every day on my Telegram channel and my Instagram channel. If you haven't seen the one for today yet, you might want to go check that out. I'm doing 20 and 45-minute readings right now, and it's not that long of a wait. So if you've been thinking about getting a reading, this would be a really good time to get one. And if you want to ask a question on my weekly Q&A, just go to amysatori.com/ask Amy. And I think that's it. And if you want some of these oracle cards yourself, then you can go to amysatori.com/store. So have yourselves a beautiful weekend, rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you the next time I feel inspired to make one of these again. All right. Bye, guys.